John and Joe back at Madison Square Garden. Friars down 17 with 7:52 to play.
Yeah, and the big reason why, too, John, is turnovers again. 19 turnovers in the ball game. St. John's has scored 21 points off those 19 turnovers. That's the difference in the ball game. You know, a small note, Friars have good looks at the basket, just aren't making shots, but you can't continue to turn the ball over against a veteran team like St. John's because they make you pay for it on the other end. Turnover after turnover, 19 turnovers, and there's still almost 8 minutes to go in this game. You have 19 turnovers. That's just, you can't win turning the ball over. You see that in every sport. We talked about this a million times. No matter what sport you're playing in, if you like St. John's, because they make you pay for it on the other end. Turnover after turnover, 19 turnovers, and there's still almost 8 minutes to go in this game. You have 19 turnovers. That's just, you can't win turning the ball over. You see that in every sport. We talked about this a million times. No matter what sport you're playing in, if you make errors, you can't win turning the ball over. You see that in every sport. We talked about this a million times. No matter what sport you're playing in, if you make errors, the opposition is going to take advantage of that. And St. John's, that's one of the best things they do. Offensive rebound and turn you over. That's where they get a lot of their points.
0 for 0 from the line for the season.
A good game at Villanova.
And he misses.
Last ball game that he played in when he got those minutes, had 20 points at Villanova.
How do jump shooters miss that bad, though?
I can't tell you, John. I get physically upset when I miss the free throw.
He makes the second one. So he's 1 for 2, makes it 53-37. Kadari Richmond into the forecourt, working at a slow pace against Rich Barron. Now takes it over toward the left side, bounces it on the wing for Lewis, well out on the perimeter. He's got Fernandez up tight on him. Now he cuts to the right, and Oswin comes out on the double team and commits a silly foul. And that's four on Oswin.
Oswin trying to be aggressive right there. He jumps out on him, and he's going to pick up his fourth. And Kreese was at the table to come in for him anyway.
Oh, my.
He picks up that
fourth. That hurts even worse. So he comes out. Isandiko comes in. St. John's will inbound. Into the game is Jaden Glover. Now Iwuchukwu bounces underneath, down on the post, trying to work his way, and Glover turns around with a fadeaway jumper. No good, but a foul under the basket.
Isandiko just blew somebody out there.
Yep. And that's the first foul on Kreese. That's the 5th on the Friars here in the half.
I don't know if that was a foul on Kreese. He just fell in there. Watch the replay. It looks like he tripped over Kreese's foot, but Kreese is so big when you hit him, you just bounce off him, and
he got called for it.
Called for the foul.
So the Red Storm inbound baseline right of the basket. And they find the middle for Iwuchukwu, puts it on the floor, up and over Isandiko.
He's a big dude, Iwuchukwu. He went right up over Isandiko. Isandiko's 7 feet, but he just exploded.
USC suffered cardiac arrest in July of 2022 while training. Took him a while to get back. Certainly an incredible story now in his first year at St. John's. Pierre's three won't go. Isandiko the off.
He's going to turn to the inside. He's going to bank it up and score. And he gets fouled on the play.
Good rebound there by Isandiko. St. John's, they go after the ball when you get the rebound, so he did a good job of taking care of that one, not turning the ball over, and gets the basket and the foul.
Thought he almost walked on that one, Joe, but the foul is called on Iwuchukwu. First foul on him, and that is now 8. So the Friars go into the bonus here with 6:57 to go in the ballgame. And Isandiko at the foul line banks it in. He'll take it. On the season, he's only 48%, so you'll take that.
No pictures on the scorecard. He was 0 for his last 4 at Seton Hall there, so that was nice to see that one go in there off the glass. He's had 3 3-pointers this year off the glass.
55-40, St. John's with the basketball, under 7 to go. Wilcher in the forecourt, mid-forward circle, off to the right wing this time for Lewis. Lobs it for Kadari, shakes off. Butler pulls up his man, Barron short, rebound tip there by Iwuchukwu, flies into the air, and it's taken by Jabri. Pushes up the right sideline, bounce pass Fernandez, right corner Pierre, doesn't get the shot, takes it into the lane, turns around, kicks it back, catch and shoot, got it.
Good pass there, and stepped into that shot, didn't hesitate, knocks it down.
First tray for Justin Fernandez. Friars down a dozen, 6:18 to go.
Nice to see a ball go through the hoop, isn't it?
Yeah, with motion and rhythm, and it went right through, right? You even heard it. Richmond right side for Jaden Glover.
We heard it because his microphone's on. Up here, we can't hear anything.
No. Handoff, cutting to the left. Kadar going down the lane with a left-hand layup. No good. It's in and out. Loose on the floor, and a foul is called on St. John's on the offensive glass. I think Iwachuku got called for pushing Pierre down. Or is it?
Good job by Pierre boxing him out. Iwachuku's the center on there. He's going after everything out there, and he climbs the back of Pierre, knocks him down, and Jaden goes to the foul line now with the shot clock. The clock stopped. Get this to a 10-point game if he can knock down a couple of free throws here, 1-1.
6 minutes left. Iwachuku picks up his second foul, 19th foul, so a 1-1 here for Jaden. And wouldn't that be fitting, Joe? The Friars had a big lead with about 10 minutes to go at home and couldn't finish it back in December. I think turnaround, fair play right here. What do you think?
Well, it can happen if you make the shots. You got to get some stops, obviously, and you got to put the ball in the hole. This guy right here, if he can get hot, Jaden Pierre knocks on that first free throw. If he can knock down some threes, other than Jabri knocking down shots. Fernandez just hit a three, so if you get some guys heated up from the outside, get right back in this one. That three-point shot, you're 3 possessions away from being down a point.
Second shot for Jaden on the way. He got them both. 80% from the foul line. He's got 7 in the game, and the Friars on an 8-0 run in the last minute, Joe, to cut it to a 10-point game. And they got a little pressure in the backcourt. Now they go back half-court pressure, and here comes St. John's with the ball. Kadari Richmond gets around his man, drives right, inside to Zuby, jump hook, scores. Too easy.
Sandigo's got to put his hands up. He's 7 feet. He's looking at him there. You got to put your hands up right there. You might have bothered that shot by Ejiofor.
8 points for Ejiofor. Makes it 57-45. Pierre comes off a high screen, rolls to the left, at the elbow, cuts back to the right, goes hard to the rim, kicks the ball out. There's Jabri for 3. Yes!
Nice to make shots. Jabri's been lighting it up the whole ball game.
That's his 6th made 3 of the game.
That's a 9-point game.
And he's got 21 points to lead the Friars at 57-48. 5:16 to go. Up high, Lewis works to the right, stops, free throw line jumper up and in.
Hey, that's the difference.
They make shots.
They're making shots. There's 2 big shots right there.
When they need to. Underneath, a big pass. They find Asanico on the break.
Good pass there, too, by Bensley Joseph. Asanico getting down the floor, which we
running the floor, jamming it home, and a timeout on the floor with 4:59 to go, and we're back to a 9-point game. It's 59-50 after Asanico got the dunk. And I think we're going to hold on to it here. 30-second timeout by Rick Pitino.
He tried to get a timeout after his team scored the last time down, and he wanted that timeout to begin with. The Friars now, John, now play some good defense. There's 5 minutes to go here, down 9. There's plenty of time. They're on a little bit of a run scoring the ball themselves, but they're giving up the shots, too. They got to make some stops here and keep shooting the ball the way they have in the last 4 or 5 possessions.
Well, the Friars are in the bonus. They're actually now in the double bonus on the next foul because St. John's has 19 fouls. And the Johnnies only have 1 timeout remaining.
Friars have made 4 of their last 4 shots, so it's amazing when you get a little roll going. If you could, but they had so many cold spells in this ball game. That's why they fell behind.
The Friars have sliced into this 19-point deficit, which was the largest of the game here in the second half, down to 9 with just a tick under 5 minutes to go.
Well, the defense has to step up now. You got Kadari Richmond is the guy who's going to have the ball in his hands. He's going to initiate this offense, probably use Ejiofor as a screener and then try to get him the ball as well. Or Lewis gets the ball on the wing. He likes to get to the basket. Be interesting to see what the Friars play. Maybe play a little zone on this possession, make them take an outside shot.
Enough time to do that. Reminiscent a bit of last year's game here at the Garden when St. John's pulled it out of the end by 2. Up high is Kadari Richmond, comes to the left, now penetrates right on Fernandez, gets around the screen, but a whistle. He missed a layup, too.
Well, I mean,
foul out on the floor is called.
He's got that good crossover dribble.
Chris Asanico is called for a hold in the post.
Well, he had a layup foul. That was a good foul right there.
So 1 more to go, and they'll inbound it as Fernandez comes out. Corey Floyd comes back in for Providence. Richmond looks for the inbounds. Baseline right, lobs into the corner there for Ejiofor. He turns and looks. Goes at cross court. Wilcher left wide open. Smith for 3. Missed it. And Joseph in the game has the rebound. Pushes the pace up the floor. Weaves to the left on the open wing. Back out front. Here's Jabri. Long, deep three. Yes!
How about
Jabri for three!
Jabri getting it going from the outside. 6-point game. Plenty of time now. 4.5 to go.
He's got 7 made threes in this game. Lewis on the left wing. Friars are going to stay man-to-man right now. Lewis comes off the screen, rolls down the right side, banks it up, and off the rim, no good. Right to Lewis down on the floor. Friars jump on top of him, and Asandiko tried to rip the ball out, and it's going to come off of him and stay St. John's. If you just lay there, it's a held ball, and you've got the arrow.
Just pick it up.
Oh, goodness. Appreciate the effort, but you gotta know the situation. Lewis was looking for a foul. And then Corey reached, grabbed it. Asandiko reached in, pulled it away. That should have been a held ball. And he just flings it out of bounds.
Well, 19 on the shot clock here. Friars need to stop here.
Adam Scott is checked back in. Aaron Scott, excuse me.
Richmond comes out of the game. That's an unusual substitution by Rick Pitino.
4:10 to go, 59-53. Looking for the inbound. They find Uzubi. Uzubi's going to spin on Asandiko, and it's stripped, but fouled before Smith caught it on the offside and put it back in.
See, the foul trouble for Oswin right now, that's really hurting the Friars because he could be in there patrolling that paint.
Sure.
Blocking shots. Asandiko is not a good defensive player in the post there because he's not a shot blocker.
It's Asandiko picking up his third. That's 7 now for the Friars here in the half. But it'd be a 2-shot shooting foul here for Zuby Ejiofor.
I mean, there's probably a few more guys, but I think he's been a big difference why St. John's is 9-1. You know, he doesn't get a lot of credit because the other guys do all the scoring, but I mean, he's the guy that plays most of the minutes in the ball game. They really don't have a backup center.
The second shot bounces and comes out, and the Friars chase down the loose ball. So it's 60-53. We're coming up on an even 4 minutes to play. Let's see if the Friars
Jabri for three here.
Yep, let's see if they can make it close. Here's Pierre, mid-floor circle, or at least get it closer and have a chance. Pierre goes around, Wiltshire goes right to the rim. Reverse layup, good!
Good move by Pierre. I mean, that's a heck of a move right there. Friars are 6 for their last 6. Amazing. They're right back in the game, down 5.
Down 5, 3:40 to go. Plenty of time. Here's Lewis circling to the right. Hands off for Wiltshire. Goes back to Lewis on the right wing. Friars stay man-to-man. Lewis shows it, drives it, fade away inside the lane. Good.
Boy, they make shots, man. That's another good shot there by Lewis.
He's got 15 for the game. 9 have come here in the second half.
You got to get stops. You can't match him basket for basket.
Driving, Corey Floyd gets into the lane, spins on Scott, back out front, Pierre for 3. Off the rim, it won't stick. Rebound is tapped out of control up the floor, but stolen back in the mid-floor line.
Get Jabri.
To the right side, Corey sets for 3. Got it!
All right, we'll take Corey to knock down the 3.
Corey Floyd, his first basket of the game. And the Friars are back within 4. We're just under 3 to play.
How about this? Friars getting hot at the right time here. Now they're going to play good defense here.
Lewis has it. Hands off out front. Wiltshire comes left for Smith. Smith around the screen, stops. They find Wiltshire back up front. Scott, a deep 3, banks it up. No, rebound Jabri. Jabri handles it, gives it back to Joseph. He gives it to Pierre. He walks it into the forecourt. 2.5 to play. 2-possession game.
You got to keep pushing here now.
Pierre works left on Scott, works right off of the screen out on the perimeter. Jabri spins away, fires a deep 3. Yes!
How about this?
Moly!
Never say die, Jabri.
16
down
points
everything.
in the second half for Jabri Abdur-Rahim. 27 for the game, a career high. And the Friars are back within 1. Timeout, St. John's. Are you kidding me?
How about Abdur-Rahim? 9 for 12 from the floor, 8 for 11 from three-point range. He's kept the Friars hanging around the whole ball game, and now they're down by 1.
They were down by 19, and they've come roaring back. Wow.
They've just made 8 of their last 9 shots.
We're going to take the timeout from Learfield. This is Providence Friar basketball. It has been Jabri Abdur-Rahim's game to remember. Now let's see if he can go a little further.
Yeah, he's making big shots, shot after shot. He made big shots in the last ball game. He's had some really big shots when he's in the ball game against most teams this year, and he's shooting the lights out. He has 6 rebounds as well. He's 8 for 11 from 3. He's kept the Friars in it when nobody could make a shot. You know, you think about Bensley Joseph, hasn't had a point in the ball game, but Bentley's got 12 rebounds. He's 0 for 6.
And 7 assists.
And Jaden Pierre's just 3 for 13 and 1 for 7 from 3, but they keep playing hard. Sondigo's having a good game. He's won 9 points, 4 for 5. Just keep battling and battling. Now you got to get some stops. Got to play good defense now. Not allow St. John's to get any good looks. And when the shot's taken, you have to box out. Because this team here, that's how they beat the Friars in Providence, with offensive rebounds.
Getting hot at the right time. Friars have made 8 of their last 9 from the floor on a 6-0 run.
Friars had 19 turnovers about 5 minutes ago. They haven't had a turnover since.
Lewis weaves out front to Richmond near the midcourt circle. Comes back to Lewis on the right wing. Steps behind the three-point line. Bounce pass to Ejiofor in the post. Asante goes there. He goes around him to the right. Flips it up over his head. Missed the shot. But the rebound right to Lewis. No! Before the shot, a foul is called on Providence under the basket.
There's that guy Lewis again. He seems to beat the Friars all the time with offensive rebounds. They weren't able to box him off. Corey Floyd's trying to keep him out of there, but he picks up the foul.
So Floyd picks up the foul with 1:59 to go, his second. And that'll be a 1-and-1 here for R.J. Lewis.
We just talked about that, John. Offensive rebounds. This is what killed the Friars in Providence. They had 18 offensive rebounds, St. John's did. And then they get an offensive rebound there.
So Lewis at the line for the first time today. Shot is up. Good. 76% on the season.
Boy, oh boy, had a good opportunity there. Sadako did a good job of playing defense on Ejiofor, but Friars weren't able to corral that rebound. And this guy Lewis, he never stops on the offensive glass. He's always going for the rebound.
Lewis, 16 points now, also has 6 rebounds in this game. One more free throw attempt coming here with 1:59 to go on the clock. And his shot is on the way and no good. Long rebound tip. It comes out of bounds. And he stepped on the baseline.
Oh, they're going to call a foul on Bensley Joseph.
Oh, my goodness.
Again, offensive rebound. It'll drive you nuts. Lewis is the guy who missed the shot, and he ends up getting the rebound.
Well, Joseph did try to move into him. I can't say that's a horrible call.
I mean, again, you got to box out. I mean, Joseph did foul him. He pushed him with the off arm.
That's 10 offensive rebounds now for St. John's in this one. Joseph picks up his first foul of the game.
But I mean,
and now R.J. Lewis has a 1-and-1 again on the 9th Friar team foul.
Man alive, you got to box out. This is crazy. I mean, it's 2 possessions in a row, Lewis. He beat the Friars last year with an offensive rebound off a missed free throw, and the Friars lost by 2.
Free throw short, missed it. Rebound loose and taken by Jabri. So it's a 2-point St. John's lead with 1:50 to go, and the Friars have the ball. Pierre walks it into the forecourt.
You got to be looking for Jabri, that's for sure.
Guarded by Devon Smith. Cuts to the right side, gets dribble penetration, stops short. There's Jabri, works to the left, not open. Saves it there to Sondiko. Sondiko out on the high post is poked away and stolen by Ejiofor. He crosses over, missed the jam. Rebound for Lewis, who goes up, missed that one, and he got fouled.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, creased.
Well, they tried to
trying to do too much.
Well, they tried to get the ball to Jabri, and Jabri wasn't open. Gives the ball back to Sondiko. That's when he can't dribble the ball like that. Somebody's got to go get the ball from him. Jaden Pierre and Joseph were in the opposite corner.
That's a block. That's not a foul. That was a block. He actually got a clean block.
Oh, he did. The progression of the play is when Lewis got fouled on the loose ball.
True. So Pierre is called for the foul.
Whoever got Lewis got to do something with him. And this is his 3rd trip to the foul line because he's all over the place on the offensive glass. This is typical St. John's basketball.
But he has 2 free throws now instead of a 1-and-1. So he's only made 1 of his last 3 from the foul line. And the shot by R.J. is good.
Well, you look offensive rebounds and turnovers. I mean, it just make you crazy. There's another turnover. I just bragged about him having 19 and haven't had one in 5 minutes, and then they get a big one there. That's their 20th turnover. It's going to turn into more points for St. John's.
Also, 13 second chance points for St. John's. They've outscored the Friars 13-5. And Lewis missed the second one, and the rebound is snatched away by Pierre. It's a 3-point game. You still got a chance to tie on this possession. Bensley Joseph drives around Lewis, steps back. Open 3 is on the way. Nope. And the rebound off of Smith, out of bounds. He couldn't hold it. Providence gets the ball back with 18, now 20 to shoot, 1:13 to play.
That's a good look by Bensley.
He
He's
was
made
open.
those all year. He's 0 for 6 now from 3, 0 for 7 for the ball game.
And he leads the Friars 41% from 3 coming into the game. Justin Fernandez checks back in. Corey Floyd's going to the bench. So that's for shooting possibilities for sure.
Probably see offense, defense substitutions coming back.
Friars will inbound it from the bench.
Don't need a 3. I mean, if you get a good look at a 2, take it.
Pierre looks for the inbounds pass. Sonico chases it down at the mid-floor line and he saves the ball to Joseph. Joseph streaks by Scott, gets cut off, back out front for Fernandez, now to Pierre. Pierre holds it on the right side, 10 to shoot. He drives on Kadari, drives and scores on a layup.
And he got fouled, too. He got fouled twice. Pierre's yelling at the official. You got to blow the whistle on that one.
They didn't blow the whistle. 1-point game. We're under a minute to play. St. John's with the ball. Smith into the forecourt. Scott touches to Lewis. Got to have the stop here. Now for Richmond. Richmond out front. Finds Ejiofor on the high post. Now back for Lewis. Cuts left off of the screen. Cuts back to the right. Back to the left. Goes up. 17-footer. Got it.
Man, he had the big guy on him, so he said, hey, I'm going to take him off the dribble, which he did.
Makes it a 3-point game. 34 seconds left. 3-pointer. Good!
What a shot by
Joseph
Bensley.
knocks down the 3.
You got to love it. He's 0 for 7 out there in the ball game. He comes down there, didn't hesitate, knocks down a big one right there to tie the score with 32 seconds.
Last timeout of the game called by Kim English for the Friars. 66-66, 32.3 left.
Awesome. You think about it, how they struggle to score most of this second half, but boy, they're making shots now and not even hesitating. How about that guy, R.J. Lewis, who's just making big shot after big shot for St. John's to keep them the lead, but that shot by Joseph was just terrific, man. He can break down. Kim English said, no timeout, push it up there, and that's the type of game that Joseph likes to get to, fly down the floor, pull up and take the 3. You know, he was 7 for 9 against Seton Hall from 3-point range. This ball game here, you know you're going to make one. As soon as you make one, you can make 3 or 4 in a row.
Wow. Got to take a breath here. Now the Friars have a chance to maybe do what St. John's did to them in the AMP back in December. Remember, it was a last-second tip by Zuby Ejiofor that gave them a 72-70 win earlier this year. We're tied at 66 with 32.3 on the clock, and the Friars have come from 19 down. St. John's came from 16 down in December.
Amazing how things work out like that. But now you got this 32 seconds. St. John's can take it almost down to the last shot of the game. The Friars have to play good defense. And John, they can't allow a second shot opportunity. If you stop that first possession, you got to make sure you get on the boards. First, then you get a chance, an opportunity to win the game if you can get a stop here and get the ball.
First lead the Friars have had since late in the first half.
Well, St. John's been a ton of
glad
close.
are tied. We're tied at 66.
St. John's been in a ton of close games this year, as well as the Friars. The Friars have been in a lot of close games this year. They lost by a deuce to St. John's. They lost by 3 to Connecticut on the road. Lost by 2 to Villanova. Lost by 2 to Oklahoma down in the Bahamas. So they've had great opportunities late in games. They need to convert this one and get a stop on defense right here and give themselves an opportunity to win the game.
All right, so the Red Storm can put it away if they just take it down, maybe get to the line, who knows. But if they get a stop here, you got a chance to win it.
Oswin's back in the ball game now.
Fifth of the backcourt. Friars will fall back into the half-court defense. And Devon Smith will bring it into the forecourt. Cross in with 25 seconds left.
They're going to run it all the way down for sure.
Left side of the pass, Lewis curls to the middle, finds Kadari Richmond.
Watch Richmond with the screen now. They're going to find Ejiofor, I'm
He's
sure.
going to back it up, continue to back it up, down to 10 to shoot. Down to 9 to shoot, 10 to play. Richmond still with the ball with 6 to shoot, with 5 to shoot, crosses over, moves to the right. Free throw line jumps Joseph into the forecourt with 2, with 1. 35-footer bank shot, missed it, and St. John's.
Money here at St. John's. He comes down and makes it. He and Lewis made some big shots down the stretch, John. And that's why they were able to get this win.
Kadari Richmond, the hero of this game for St. John's.